All right, here's two questions where you need to solve the equation. Lots of different ways to solve an equation like this. You could graph it. Let me try that. Okay, there's a graph. So solving this equation, what I'm looking for is where does it cross the x-axis. It looks like this one crosses at 5, like bang on 5. And this one, I don't know, 1 point something, not sure. Anyway, so, and in decimals you can actually tap there and it'll tell you what that point is. So you could do that. Other options, you could use the quadratic formula, this one, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The number is a bit large, might be a little wild doing that, or you could try and factor it. I like to factor just by guessing and checking. And there's a 5x squared, so that probably separates the 5x and x. Since this thing here was a positive 5, I'm going to change that sign and put a minus 5 there. That's going to be my guess. And then to get 30, I have to go 5 times 6. And so this number over here has to be a 6. Now for the sign, let's see, 5x squared, got it, minus 25x, and then this is 6x. I need to get 19, so I need to, I think, add that. Minus 25 plus 6x will give me the negative 19, yeah. And then 6 times minus 5 is minus 30, good. So let me just erase these arrows. So this was 5x plus 6 times x minus 5. So to solve, I'd need to go 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, and x minus 5 is equal to 0. So here 5x is equal to a negative 6, and x is equal to 5. So that's one of my answers shown there. And the other one, divide both sides by 5. I get negative 6 over 5, which I think is negative 1.2-ish. And if you take a look at that point there, yeah, it's going to be negative 1 point something. Okay, hopefully that helps you with that one. Now here's another one. So here's the equation. Notice that this one, if I write it in the proper order, 5x squared plus 8x equals 0, it doesn't have that c term. If it doesn't have the c term, then I wouldn't try that guess and check factoring. I would just look to see if I can take a common factor out of both of those. And I think I can take a common factor of 4x out, leaving me with x plus 2 equals 0. Same thing, I've got something times something equals 0, so it's a 0 property. So 4x is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. To solve this first one, I'll divide both sides by 4. So I get x is equal to 0. And on this one, I'll subtract 2 from both sides, so I get x is equal to negative 2. So there are my two solutions. Now, let me graph it too, and we should see that that graph will cross at those 2 points. And there's the graph of that one, where sure enough it does cross at negative 2 and at 0. All right, hopefully that helps you with those two solving quadratic equations.